Hello, this is Shar Knox, and this is the first in a series that we're going to do called Learn and Lead. Today we're going to talk about why you want to promote classes among team members and how that benefits you and them. We chose to go with the term classes versus parties or gatherings because we felt that people just aren't partying like they used to in direct selling. But what we do know is that people love to learn. And so if we're creating a lot of teachers among us, a lot of people will be learning new things and coming back for more, be that more classes, more supplies, as they unleash their creativity. The first step in creating teachers is to really promote the Gather and Teach box. A lot of people will come in thinking, oh, I don't need that. But it's your job as leaders to help them be successful. And in order for success to happen, they have to have some type of duplication process. That's what the Gather and Teach box is. Granted, it's a $399 investment, but there are several things they can do to recoup their investment. The first is have 4 classes their first month. That's going to help them gain commission on the sales from those classes and help with their investment. The other thing they could do is they could break up the pieces in that box and put together the class supplies, and they could sell those supplies to the participants. Now, you want to make sure that you're just collecting the right retail on each of the products. And in the case of the board has a value of $10. So you would add that to the other products that you'll find in the catalog, and that could be the cost that they have for the class. One reason we don't encourage you to charge for classes is that some people just think it's a craft class, and they may think that if you split the box up, nonetheless, it's an option for you. They may think, well, I've already spent my whatever the dollars is, $29, $39, $49, whatever the dollar is. The participant may be thinking, well, I've already spent my, quote, $39, whatever it is. So that's why we encourage you to make that box an investment into your business so that you can lift off strong. That's really the reason behind it. The other thing we know to be true is that without classes, it's hard to generate leads for new team members. Once you go through your warm market, and usually new makers can generate 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 or 6 new team members early on. But once they exhaust their warm market, then they find that they don't know where to go from there. That's why classes are so important, because I believe with the new Meet Amy Howard video, along with your stellar presentation and teaching ability there, you'll be able to talk to them about becoming a maker. And when I teach people about recruiting others into a direct selling business, I always feel like it's a phrase that I've used a lot, but I always feel like it's taking a chance on something that could turn out really good for them. They're not betting the farm. In the case of A Maker Studio, they're investing initially $99. And I always teach people to say, what have you got to lose if you invest in your own creative talents? If nothing else, you have a great project that you can complete from your enrollment. I think it's important, too, to remind you, even as a current maker, even our experienced makers, to read the new Gather and Teach brochure so you're familiar with it. What we tried to do there was keep it super, super simple, and remembering that the new maker has already made the project with her enrollment kit. We call that the Maker Box. This new Gather and Teach box again, allows her to successfully start her business. So if I were a sponsor, I would be walking my new person through the Gather and Teach brochure myself. And I would also want to hear from her when her Gather and Teach box arrived. And maybe doing that together would provide a lot more confidence for her. So let's talk about the class for just a minute. You show the Meet Amy Howard video after you do all the icebreakers and get to know each other and introduce each other, and you tell a little bit about your story. You watch the video, you start the project, and we know there's prep time for you ahead, but you'll have all that finished. So your guests are going to start the project, and it's a great time to, bring forth your ability to build relationships in your class. You can ask the participants, questions about when was the first time they ever created something on their own, or tell us something we don't know about you. Just things to keep people talking and building the relationship. By the time you end the project, I think they're going to be blown away at what they've made. And this is where I would go right into the sell of the subscription called Make with Joy. I would make that the first sale. I would even do that above offering them the opportunity to look through the catalogs and pick their next project or whatever. I would offer them the opportunity to have this experience themselves every other month. Those words might sound like this. I'm so proud of you all for finishing the project, and everyone did such a beautiful job. I know all of you are going to go home and very proudly hang your welcome sign on the door. What I'd like to do is offer you the opportunity to have a project come directly to your home every other month. We call it our Make with Joy series. This month's series is all about sharing the love. Let me show you, by passing around this picture, what's in the subscription and talk about what's in the subscription. And I know when you see this, you can imagine yourself completing this project for all of your Valentine's Day event. The subscription series will come to you every other month, and it will be perfect for the season. Now, you can cancel this anytime, but this is a great investment for you at just $39.95. Remember, you can cancel anytime, but it's so fun to get a beautiful package shipped directly to your door so that you can unleash your creativity, have fun, relax, make something special, and share it with the world. I love the term "by the way," and this is a great place to use it after you talk about the Make with Joy subscription. You want to be able to say, by the way, we also have a Difference Makers subscription, which helps eliminate human trafficking. It's a beautiful pair of candles, one for you to keep and use and one to give away. And this is where we know doing small things can make a big difference in the world. And in the case of the Difference Maker subscription, you're helping employ women who have been involved in human trafficking in some way, and they are recovering their lives, restoring their lives, and they're trying to make a difference by being a good employee, a good candle maker. And you could go on to tell them that each candle is signed, and this really pleads to their emotional desire to help others and make a difference in the world. But I think there's a place to talk about this right after the Make with Joy subscription. Once you get the people excited and interested in signing up for the subscription, that's when I would then open it up and say, hey, if there's anything else you see here, if you want to take a chance and paint some furniture, if you want to do some other creative stenciling that you see here, let's go ahead and add that onto your order. So in the coming weeks, we'll talk more and more about how to lead out with these strategies, but I hope you've learned something this week and it gives you the opportunity to lead your team to higher levels of success. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week.